In this video, we have collected the best horse games for fans of equestrian sports and just those who admire these strong and graceful animals. The Sims 3 Pets. Even those who have never been interested in simulations have heard about the Sims series. Electronic Arts has remained true to tradition and in 2011 released the edition Pets for the third part. Since then, Sims can become caring owners of cats, dogs, and horses. You can even build your own ranch and have up to 7 horses. Like human characters, animals have their own personality traits that you can define yourself. Horses can be fully guided, just like people. The main thing is not to forget to meet their needs in time and maintain a good mood. By the way, each type of pet has its own special need. The Sims 3 Pets is far from an equestrian simulator, but you can take part in the races too. The game provides tremendous opportunities for social interactions between people and animals. Here you can groom and cherish your horses, and in return, they will become your faithful friends. In Secret of the Magic Crystals, you will be able to fully satisfy your need to take care of our smaller brothers. Horses here require constant care, adherence to a regime of activity and rest. They can get sick, then you will have to make every effort to cure the animal. In addition, you need to develop buildings on the horse farm. But that's not even the point of Secret of the Magic Crystals. Yes, as with most of these games, the animals have to train and participate in the races. But the horses here are unusual. They came from the fantasy world to delight the eye with their unearthly beauty, surprised with speed and grace. So you can become the owner of a winged Pegasus, a fabulous unicorn, an ice, fiery horse, and even a demonic horse. Starters Orders 6 is the best installment in the equestrian simulation series that fans of the genre will love. If you've always dreamed of making the racetrack your second home, this dream can come true, albeit in virtual reality. Here you will have your own stables, and if you try, even the best purebred thoroughbred horses that will win the coolest races. You will have to delve into all the subtleties of equestrian sports. Having dealt with the betting system, you can win a lot of money, which will be spent on developing the stables, buying new horses, training and caring for them. If you are still completely new to this business, then the tooltips will help you not to get confused. My Riding Stables, Life with Horses. Here the player will not only have to look after horses and participate in races, but also raise an entire horse farm from the ruins. To do this, you will have to look for buyers for your carefully raised pets, regularly feed and groom horses, and even massage them and breed new breeds by crossing available ones. All aspects of horse maintenance are worked out in detail and very realistic. Without proper care, horses get sick, and galloping is endlessly impossible as animals get tired. So this game is not only entertaining, but also provides new knowledge. The graphics here are decent enough for a game that needs 1 gig of RAM, and the controls are relatively simple for such a detailed game. Ostwind Windstorm is based on the famous film Eastwind and includes not only the original characters of the tape, but also its enchanting soundtrack, which benefits the atmosphere. You will play as Mika, a 14-year-old problem girl who is able to tame a wild stallion and become his true friend. To achieve friendship and the location of the Eastwind, the player will have to put in a lot of effort. Regularly take care of him, develop his skills, and explore with him the open world of the game, while moving along a detailed storyline. The graphics are very good and the landscapes are colorful and varied. All this makes Ostwind a Windstorm the perfect game for people who love horses. Among the disadvantages of the project, it is possible to note, perhaps, that the animation of the horse's movements is not always successful. Wildlife Park 2. Horses is an add-on to the Wildlife Park 2 Zoo Simulator, which, as you might guess, focuses on horses and everything connected with them. Although the main theme of the game is still all kinds of races and other competitions between pets, the zoo roots of the game constantly make themselves felt. The care, maintenance, and education of horses here are implemented as realistically as possible. In general, this game is more about severe fur-legged draft trucks than about magical unicorns. True, an unrealistic look of horses is still present in the game, but these are the extinct Hyracotheria. So if you want to be in the shoes of a professional horse breeder and not rummage through the manure, Wildlife Park 2, horses is definitely for you. Riding Star Horse Championship. A detailed and realistic equestrian sports simulator, the trick of which is the recreation of the most important equestrian stadiums in the world, for example, Ochensky in the game. Jumping, dressage, and cross-country racing modes are available. And the famous four-time Olympic champion in show jumping Ludger Burbaum works as the voice of the game. And although the possibilities for customization here are not as great as in other horse games, the graphics are very juicy as for a game with ridiculous system requirements, and the horse's movements are conveyed anatomically right. The main problem of the game can be called a rather complex animal control system, especially in the training mode. In Rival Stars Horse Racing, the player will join equestrian sports. He will have to nurture champions in his own stable, take part in story and multiplayer races, and do other things. In the gameplay, the mechanics of caring for the estate and stallions are correctly balanced, and therefore the user will definitely not have time to get bored. Each horse is unique here. The individual has its own color, performance, and pedigree. In the stable, they can be bred according to the genetic inheritance system. You can raise foals on your own or hire grooms. It all depends on the player's love for these animals. Red Dead Redemption 2. An unexpected guest of our collection is the Western action game Red Dead Redemption 2 about cowboys, robberies, and plot twists and turns. The game features an impressive open world with incredibly mesmerizing prairies, and of course, a four-legged friend will help the hero to study it. In the game, reverent attention is paid to everything, including horses. They are divided by breed, Belgian, Hungarian, Appalisa, Mustang, and so on. 19 species in total, and depending on it, the horse has unique character and characteristics in battle. And that's not all. So, the system of trust determines the attitude of the horse to the hero, depending on the courtship, feeding and riding, and if you do not feed it, then you will soon see protruding ribs. Horse Club Adventures, a colorful casual adventure aimed primarily at a female audience. Choose the right horse, transform its appearance, and together with it go through story missions that will lead you through the enchanting world of Lakeside. The game is quite simple, and the gameplay is aimed at collecting cosmetic items, outfits and decorations for the game character, and, of course, accessories for the horse. At the same time, they do not let you get bored. They offer to conquer 90 racetracks, participate in numerous minigames, and complete a chain of additional quests with a new storyline. Ranch Simulator is a realistic simulation of a rancher in which you can do literally everything from building a cozy house and a farm to caring for livestock. Unlike farm games, you control the hero from a first-person perspective. There is an open world, and the picture, although demanding, is quite modern. Such a game could not do without cute horses, which can be trained here and used as a vehicle. Each horse has its own characteristics, and you can improve them on the training ground, which you will build with your own hands. The game is still in early access, and we are confident that in the future the developers will add more horse breeds and activities with them. Starters Orders Classic Horse Racing. We have already written about Starters Orders 6, Equestrian Sports Simulator. Let's take a look at Classic Horse Racing, an improved classic version of 2020, in which the developers mix 2D graphics and the racing simulation system from the 7th part, which makes the game accessible to owners of weak PC. Thousands of horses, hundreds of riders and trainers, attention to detail, accurate imitation of various tricks and techniques used in reality. Ultimate Chicken Horse. Let's digress from serious horse games and take a look at Ultimate Chicken Horse, an interesting cartoon-style platformer. The idea is simple. You just need to complete the level of a race, controlling one of the animals, including a horse. But the way it is done. Have you ever seen a horse that sets traps? And the fact that they are jumping on the walls. In Ultimate Chicken Horse, maybe not. The highlight of the game lies in the fact that here you can not only take part in dynamic races, but also create your own levels right during the game. If your opponents manage to overcome it, then you should make it more difficult. We recommend playing with friends. This way is more fun. Horse Riding Deluxe is an open-world adventure game focused on the taming and development of horses. By controlling a person, the player can acquire stables and take care of their pets, as well as train them. You can ride around the world to help the locals or find wild horses that you can tame. And, of course, races. Where can we go without them? Dilogy boasts a beautiful and sophisticated open world that will definitely appeal to those who want to drop everything and ride away into the sunset. Snow Horse. Surely you dreamed of horses that cross snowy hills and mountains on a snowboard. Haven't you dreamed? Well, so do we. However, the Snow Horse exists, and this is no longer unseen. This is a humorous casual game in which the gamer, driving a horse on a snowboard, will perform spectacular stunts, jumping from trampolines and high surfaces. Over 1,000 tricks have been implemented, and for their successful performance, the player will receive caps that he can attach to a horse. By caps, we mean not only the usual hats, but also the pumpkin head and much more. If your favorite game is not included in this list, write it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, watch our other videos, press like, turn on notifications, and you will always be aware of what to play today.